Hey there, folks. Hope you're doing well today. It's me, Frank, Guardian Angel. And it only took just a couple of days for Tucker Carlson to push his white replacement theory talking points for all of the minions to start to follow suit. So today we're going to be looking at Owen Schroyer, previously of InfoWars. And while you're watching this clip, let's look closely at the verbiage he's using. He's using words like genocide, and more specifically, a genocide through birth weights. Let's take a look at the clip and we'll deconstruct it all after.
U.S. counties where the population of non-Hispanic white Americans under 5 is 90% or higher. So, in other words, whites are no longer a majority in America. There's no other way to put it. The great replacement in America has succeeded, and whites are no longer the majority. The genocide of the white population in the West is virtually complete.
In that clip, he makes a bunch of different claims. He says that the great replacement theory in the West has succeeded, and we're seeing a genocide of white people in the West. And I mean, first off, let's just hit the brakes here and take a step back and ask ourselves, who holds the most political power? Who holds the wealth and future inheritance? Not to mention, if we take a look at the criminal system, who is currently imprisoned? Or even, who receives a better education? Or who is positioned better in employment and professional spaces? So this idea that white people are a minority being oppressed is complete and total bullshit. Not to mention, Owen here is a big supporter of Palestine. So for him to try to use the word genocide in this way, it really diminishes the struggles that the Palestinians went through. The definition of genocide is the intentional destruction in whole or in part of a national, racial, or religious group. It involves specific acts, killing, causing serious harm, inflicting destructive conditions, preventing births, or transferring children.
You know, I don't do the identity politics. And it's not even like an identity politics thing for me, but it is a observe and report and question. It's like, okay, this is clearly happening. There is clearly a silent genocide of white people. There is clearly an agenda to invade white countries and eliminate them through birth rates. And so you can ask why, but that's clearly happening.
And then here we see him go on to talk about a silent genocide, or eliminate through birth rates. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like, what does he think we on the left are doing? It's not like we're turning all these young people into red pill and black pill losers who women would want to touch with a 10-foot pole. We're not creating these manosphere toxic fucking communities. That's all on you guys on the right. And seriously, what woman in her right mind would want to have babies with someone who simps for authoritarians? And yeah, while you might have woken up, Owen, we don't have to go that far back to see you simping for Trump. And see how easily that you fell for a con artist. Like, seriously, that makes women hot. I'm surprised you're not getting, like, panties thrown at you when you're walking down the street, dumbass.
So it's like whites don't have this trained, this taught idea that you need to be proud to be white. They don't have this idea that you need to preserve your lineage. It's the exact opposite. All the propaganda tells white people they're bad. All the propaganda tells white people that they shouldn't be with other white people and they should race mix. It's all propaganda. It's all part of the silent white genocide.
And then here, he goes on about, like, white culture and white pride. Like, white is a generic label. Like, no, seriously, take pride in your culture and your ethnic background, but not an identifier that the government created and used to fit people into a box. Like, seriously, take all the time you want to celebrate your English or your German heritage. We're cool with that. But white is a generic label that has no culture.
And then the open borders, the invasion of their countries. So you see it all happening. So it's all the propaganda, part of the silent white genocide that is undoubtedly happening. So you just wonder why. Why is it happening?
defining fact of our lives is that whites around the world are being eliminated, and I would like to know why.
The people running the society are anti-white, and they've been able to persuade or intimidate the entire legal system to operate in that anti-white way. Anti-white in this case really means anti-American, because the whites are Americans. The people who signed the Declaration of Independence, that's who Americans are.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck did that guy just say? And like, this is it. All they gotta do on the right is say words. They don't have to like logically make sense. Just as long as they're saying words, their followers are all in. No, but seriously, before that clip, we saw Owen go full mask off as he's advocating against the mixing of races and going even further, asking for like purity. And we all know how these purity tests work out on the right. Again, they got the Mexican guy Nick Fuentes leading the white nationalist movement. So seriously, these dickheads don't know up from down. Okay, now if we actually break down what they say in that clip, what that guy is saying is that the entire society has become anti-white, and they've persuaded the legal system to become anti-white. And all you gotta do is look to the current ethnic makeup of all of the prisoners to see how this line is complete and total bullshit. We all know that the prisons aren't filled with this label of people called white. But seriously, this is it. This is all they can do on the right, is make shit up and tell such blatant lies that are so obviously and easily proven false while playing the victim. Again, Owen's trying to make this claim that white people are oppressed minorities. And again, all you gotta do is look to the people in power, look to who has the wealth, and it's obvious what he's saying is complete and total bullshit. And so this is it. This is our moment of truth. Owen himself was able to see and call out Donald Trump when he was pushing the bullshit about the Epstein files. The real question is, will the people that consume Owen's content be able to call him out for this obvious bullshit blatant lies that he's pushing? Can we finally end this endless grift? Can people finally wake up and see through all this bullshit? Or is society too hateful or too clueless and simply will just follow along with Owen?
In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom.